Now, we need to look at another scenario also. The scenario is like this. Now, we have transferred the role to server 1. And what roles did we transfer? PDC emulator and RID master. Now, what happens if server 1 goes down? I'm looking at two issues. One is a temporary problem, and the other one is a permanent problem. When I say a temporary problem, maybe there's a NIC card failure, and you're just saying that, chalo, yaar, we have to just replace a NIC card. It will take me a couple of hours, and things will come up and running. A permanent issue would be an OS failure. Let's say the OS on this server has crashed, and you have to reinstall the OS. Now, please understand one thing. If you're reinstalling the OS over here, these information about these roles go away. They're all gone.
It's like setting up a totally new.
Okay. And then the thing is, maybe this machine is down for an extended period of time. And during that time, whatever functions that the PDC emulator is doing and whatever function the RAD master is doing, these functions will not work. So in a scenario like this, the only option that you have is something known as seizing the role. Seizing means you do a seize is like a forcible. It's like a forced take of the roles. I mean to say, it's transferring you do when it is online, isn't it? Yes, so transferring you do when two DCs are alive. Seizing you do when the DC crashes completely. Okay. So seizing is like a worst case scenario option. You don't do it. Okay, chalo mood aa gaya, chala seize kar lete hain. It's not like that. So एक DC को पहले crash करना पड़ेगा, तो इसी को crash कर लेते हैं हम लोग. So server 1 is powered off now, assuming that it has crashed completely. Okay, server 1 has crashed completely, and and then it would somewhere reflect on the console also. And if I go to tools, and if I go to Active Directory users and computers, and if I right click, and if I say operations masters, can you see this? Error, right? Operation master, RID में error है, PDC में भी error है. Okay, and we'll now move to the next step, and that is seizing the role. Okay, to seize the role, what we're going to do is, now seizing the role is something that you can do only from the command line.
Okay.
So when I say command line, that means you can either do it in DOS or you can do it in PowerShell. So to do that, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you the hard way. DOS is actually the hard way. PowerShell is easy. So now from the command line, we have to use a utility called NTDSUTIL. NTDSUTIL. इसको बोलते हैं NTDSUTIL. So NTDSUTIL, is a utility targeted at Active Directory. And through this, we can do a lot of things. Through NTDSUTIL, we can do a lot of things. Like we can transfer the role, we can seize the role, we can check the database for consistency. We can analyze the database and see if there are any errors in the database and probably repair them. So all these things can be done through NTDSUTIL. So now, how do I work with this? So number one, what you can do is you can type help over here to see what all commands are available, right? Now, what we here is for roles, right? Okay. So what we have to do is we have to first type the command activate instance NTDS. Okay, that is the meaning of this command is connecting to the directory service. You're saying that I want to connect to Active Directory. Okay, and then let me see. If I type in roles, what happens? If I type in roles, I go into FSMO maintenance. And if I type help over here, okay, here I see all the seizing and transferring. But before I actually seize and transfer, I need to go into connections, and I have to say connect to server. और ये server का नाम क्या है? इसका नाम है DC1 है ना? इसका नाम है DC1. And the reason why you need to say is connect to server DC1 is because you may not want to do it on this server. You might want to do it on any other server in your infrastructure. You're getting it. You could be on this server and you can execute the command against any other server. That is the whole idea. So that's why you need to specify that which server am I connecting to. Although you're connecting to this server itself, you could even connect to DC2, DC3, DC4 also if you have. Right. Let's verify the name. Hold on. Something is wrong. Click on domain controllers. Oh no, it is only DC. Computer log mistake. And now I will go one step behind, quit, because if I do help over here, I don't have any of the commands over here. I have to go one step behind to get all these commands. I have to go to FSMO maintenance. So if I type quit, I will go back to FSMO maintenance. And then if I type in help, now I have all the options to transfer as well as seize. We did a transfer before, but we did it from the UI. We could have done,
From the command line.
but please understand, ceasing is only available in the command line. It is not available in the UI. Okay. So I will do a cease what? Cease what? PDC. Are you sure you want to cease? You want the server DC to seize the PDC role with the value below, whatever? I will say yes. I want to seize that.
Yes.
But then if you notice, although आपने cease का command दिया, वो क्या कर रहा है देखना?
Attempting safe transfer
safe
of
transfer.
PDC.
It will try to do a transfer before the seizure because it thinks that शायद अपनी गलती से command run किया. Let me check if that DC is online. If it is online, I'll do a transfer. I will not do a seize. So there's a fail-safe mechanism that Microsoft has built internally, just in case you are making a mistake. लेकिन अभी वो देखेगा कि वो है नहीं. Now it will see that this particular server is not online only. So let me go and seize the role. I will not transfer. I will seize the role.
So it is attempting the safe transfer already. So again, it is checking.
Yes. But anyway, now let's see if I right click and if I go to operations masters, what do you see?
DC test core.
Yes. So now we have seized the role. Now everything is fine. Already saying, hey, I can see the operations masters. Good. PD saying, oh, I can see the operations masters. Right. Everything seems to be fine. Okay. So what did we learn today? We learned how to seize,
transfer, and then
we learned how to transfer and seize the role. We learned both the things. Right.
Yes.